good morning, everybody. Oh, it's Thursday. Let's see. Let me hide this for just a second. And let's hide Mari for just a second. And remember, today we have a great class from 2 to 5. If you haven't signed up, it's not too late. Just go to bee.vegas, no .com, just bee.vegas and sign up. Great class. It's a general class, 3 CE credits. Negotiating. Jimmy is, I don't know, I love his negotiating class. And, you know, when you're out there, you're a broker, you got agents, you're constantly helping them with what they're doing. You learn how to negotiate. So Jimmy and I have been doing this for 30 some years, helping agents and negotiating. There's some nuances to real estate. I know lots of negotiating books out there, but this one brings it home, and that's what we like. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. I love that. Okay, everybody, gonna have a good show today. I have hopefully you're gonna enjoy my take on what's going on. So let me hide this real quick. Jimmy, we'll see you later. It doesn't look like you're showing up today. I know you're just a busy person. So let us look to oh, you know, I love Aneta. She is out there, you know, just doing all these things. And on the fly, you make mistakes sometimes. So this is why I love this platform. See, I went in there and I just fixed it that quickly while I was talking. Life, huh? Good. It's all good. Okay, so let me get in here, see who we have. We have Charla. Good morning, Charla. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I agree. What a great, I went out and walked this morning, and I guess I was in between the winds. It was windy when I got up, but by the time I got dressed and out the door, the wind subsided. It was a little chilly at first, and then, you know, it takes me about 5 minutes and I warm up, and then all of a sudden life begins. Okay, so today, few things. First of all, we are down to 0.9 months of inventory. I know you all know this. You're probably tired of me talking about it, but it's reality. We listed 116 homes yesterday and we sold 128. So, I mean, we put those under contract. So, oh my goodness. That's why we keep. Good morning, Frank. It's so good to see everybody this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Anyway, so I was thinking, excuse me. Okay, so if I was out there in the real estate game, like you all are, what would I do? Well, I put my thinking cap on and I thought, and you all may have thought of this already because you're already in the game, but here's what I came up with, and it's at the bottom of the chart today. And it says, if you purchased your home in 2011, it was worth $120,000 median price. And we're talking to the people in the median price range, okay? Just keep that in your head because it's going to change for people who bought a higher price, okay? It's going to be, you'll see. So if you bought a home in 2011, okay, for 120, can you believe 10 years ago, the median priced home was $120,000. Oh my goodness. Today, the current median for that same house is $345,000. They would have gained $225,000 in equity and appreciation. Wow. Or just in appreciation, really. This isn't even the equity part, but the gain in appreciation, just appreciation alone. So if you go to 2012, the price bumped up to $149,000. Of course, prices increased, 24% or something like that. That was huge. Again, this is when we're coming out of those foreclosure short sale doldrums, and people are starting to get more confidence back in the market after 5 years of recovering from the foreclosures. So then your house, if you bought it in 2012, it's $196,000, and so on. If you bought it in 2013, it's $160,000 of appreciation, and so on and so forth. I mean, gosh, if people bought a home just 4 years ago, it's $110,000 in appreciation. So why am I telling you all this? And why am I showing you all this? And I'm going to post this on the group because I'm thinking, gosh, there's a video here. There's a post here. There's a DM here. There's a comment, a share. There's some information here. that you can use to possibly get listings. If you have a farm, and what we used to do years ago when we were heavily doing farming, we would ask the title rep, okay, we want to farm Desert Shores, this particular, I think, Spinnaker Cove, let's use that as an example. And we want everybody that's lived there 5 to 7 years. So they would send us, and back then it wasn't just like in a CSV, it was back in we get a CD or something, or a lot of times even paper sometimes. Hey, great morning. I agree. Great morning, great morning. So we would say, give us, Claudia, hi. Didn't mean to put you up and down so quickly, but I want to get my point across, and then I want to share some other things today. So anyway, what I'm saying is, so we would say 5 to 7 years, and then we would let them know what their appreciation was. Here's the value of your home today, and we would zero in. Target marketing, right? Target. If you're gonna hit, if you don't have anything that you're trying to hit, you're gonna hit nothing. Something like that, Tom Ferry says, and Jimmy Dague says it even better. But I get my point across one way or the other. So anyway, I just want everybody to get more listings. We need more listings. So let's go after them. Maybe from a different, if you haven't tried this, maybe this is a different perspective. And you could say, find a subdivision, find when the people bought their homes in 2014, find out what the price is. And there's a percentage here of appreciation. So you can figure that out. Or I think I even have another chart on percentages. Like, what is the percentage of appreciation between 2014 and 2020? That's not that hard to figure out. It's just a calculation. So, because if you go between 2011 and 2012, you take the 120 and you divide it into the difference, which was, I think, 19,000, looks like 29,000. So you take the 120 and you divide it into 29,000 and it'll say 24%. So then you know there was a 24% increase. So, hi, good morning. Good morning, Leslie. Good to see you. I got to go back here and give Claudia a second here. Hi, Claudia. It's good to see you. Good to see you. I love all the young girls in our office. Like they're telling me about magnetic eyelashes and all these things, and what you can do to make your skin look better, and they're all into that stuff. And I love it because I'm going to get magnetic eyelashes, just so you know. Okay, I digress. Just filled with energy today. So I thought this was really, I've done all the homework for you. I did everything for you, calculated everything. So I'm going to post this in the group. Now, I also did the percentages. I didn't put that on this chart because if you're going to give this chart, like I suggested yesterday, direct messages chart, or email it or do a video about it, figuring out those percentages, you really have to explain them. You just can't show them on a piece of paper without some explanation. And so that is some great information for today. So I'm going to hide that. Now, what I want to do today is I want to review a little bit about yesterday. So I went over this yesterday, the Facebook organic reach tips, right? And I went over them from my perspective. Today, I think we should go over them from Mari's perspective. And one of the main things she's going to tell us at the very end, and this is about 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes, so by 9:20, 9:25, we'll be done. She says, ask your followers to add your page to their favorites and turn on notifications for live videos. And so yesterday I said, okay, I would show you how to do that, but I'm going to let Mari show us how to do it. I think it'll be, because she's got it all done, I don't need to reinvent that wheel. So let's see, we've got Larissa. Hi, Larissa, good to see you. Good to see you. And Larissa, I am collecting those samples for you. I told Diane yesterday, so we'll be on it. We'll be on it. You'll have them in a day or two, and we'll get them all together since we began through what we just did. We're doing mailings, everybody, and of course we do the items of value. It's no secret, it's the Buffini thing, but it's good to sometimes see it when someone else has done it. See an example. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Larissa, Great, great, great. Larissa has been so fantastic with Facebook, I have to tell you. You know, I've done a fantastic job. Okay, well, let's see. Let's get started here. Um, I am going to get my phone to make sure that I do this right. I always have to check because then I can react quickly if some, you know, it's interesting when you're doing your own producing like I am, and it's fun. I mean, I know it's a little extra work, but and you all, this is where you're going to be starting too, is, you know, being your own producer. So let's see. Let me get rid of her. That's yes, yes, yes. Oops. I don't know about you, but just get rid of her. Okay, so let me go down here. I'm going to make sure I find myself. Okay, there I am. All right, so I am going to put her on. I'm going to mute myself. If you hear an echo or anything, or you can't hear the volume, somebody please be my monitor and tell me right away so that we don't waste time. Because normally it's just a setting I forgot to do because I get excited. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, put, oh gosh. Okay, all right, I'm going to go over there and we are going to listen to her. Wonder.
It'll really help. It'll really help. You'll see people just get used to seeing those notifications, and they really want to see your content because they've, you know, engaged with your page in the first place. Okay, so when it comes to the paid part, there's a big question mark is always, well, shoot, should I use the boost button or the ads manager? And I'm going to show you there's kind of almost like, in a way, argument, if you will, for both. You can use can. Just not, you know, not necessarily 100% business. The Facebook page, you can obviously, everybody here has a page. You're going to publish highly relevant, shareable content, including those calls to actions. And then you can also invite people to private message you. If you don't have any like full-on funnel, let's say you're like, oh my gosh, Mari, I need to collect email addresses. I need to create a landing page. I'm going to set up this funnel system or that funnel system. And it can be really overwhelming. But guess what? If the only call to action that you just popped on your Facebook posts and your live videos, which we're focused on in this course, is to private message you, then that's a great start. Now, obviously, you need to reply to those messages, and you might have a specific, you know, hey, you want more information, direct message me with the word free guide or something like that, and then you send them to them, or maybe it's a calendar link, or you just get into dialogue. That's a great way to just start, right? Otherwise, usually the CTAs are going to be to go click on a link or to sign up for something or start, you know, getting into your funnel system. All right, 10 organic reach tips. Definitely more native engaging videos. So that is where you upload them in Creator Studio. Certainly Facebook Live, which this whole course is about. It's between native. When I say native, that means you don't share a YouTube link. That's what native means, is you're uploading it directly on Facebook. And then between the native videos and the live, you will definitely be getting more reach, more engagement, more results over time. It doesn't happen like, you're not going to just post one and then go, oh gosh, Mari, that didn't work for me. I see people doing that. They're like, I tried it, it didn't work for me. I'm like, oh, how many times did you have? Well, I did one video. Okay, nope, not quite. It really kind of related to number 2, but I put it as a whole separate tip because a weekly show, because I don't do a weekly show or series, as I mentioned, but some of you do. And it's definitely, if you can do that, if you want to do it, that will really help you get more reach because of that first slide I show you where Facebook's rewarding that. This is a relatively new one. As of June last year, Facebook's encouraging us to include hashtags. You'll get more organic reach by putting hashtags in your posts. And I do definitely suggest that you put those down the bottom. Let me just share my Chrome over here. That don't put them first. If you can't even get them down below the fold, this particular post is long, but even so, I'll just still push some dots in there. I didn't put hashtags on that one. Oftentimes I go back and put them in, but you know, you can put anywhere from 1 to 30 if you want. but just a few dots to make those clear lines, and then you can just put in a number of hashtags. Why am I telling you to do that? Number one, you're going to get more reach. But number two, even if it's like 1% more reach, what if it reached your best customer and brought in some good money? Hair in my cheek. But moreover, you actually do not want people to click on those hashtags. We've talked about that, I think, in one of the previous chats. But the goal isn't to get people to click on those, because the moment they click on a hashtag, they are off of your post and page. Post when your audience is online. Now then, let's just find that for you real quick. We'll do it this way. Yes. Each time I need to make a point, I will come over and show you. When we get to the ads, I'm going to do a walkthrough. So you're going to go and look in your settings, and then insights. And it is, shoot, you know what? It's not always obvious. Followers. No, you know what it is? It's not even under, you'd think it would be under followers, but I'm pretty sure it's under posts. Yeah. So go to insights on the left-hand side of your Facebook page, then posts, and up the top here, it's kind of cool, right? So you can see. Now, you know what's annoying, I must admit, because they're calling them fans. So we've got this big question mark. Does that mean people who have liked my page or people who are following my page? Have they liked it and followed it, or are they just following it? I mean, Facebook doesn't make it clear, right? But I think it gives you a general sense anyway, right? So, and then this is in your time zone. So I can see that it really does peak around 8 a.m. and it kind of tapers off. Well, of course, in the evening, but even like sometimes I'll do my Facebook lives later in the day, like 2, 3, 4. You can see it really starting to taper off. So I might do well, although I'm just not really a morning person. I don't really do anything before like 9 or 10. But every now and again, I should just jump on there and see what kind of difference in reach if I did a live at 8 a.m. Right? So you take a peek at that. That's a good one to know. Back to our slide deck. And then mix up the frequency. This is a little counterintuitive. I'll see a lot of folks thinking, gosh, nobody's seeing my posts. I better double down and post 3 times a day or 5 times a day. No. Try less. You could even try literally every other day. I do maybe once a day. Once a day is good, but it completely depends on where you're at right now. You know, if you've been doing 5 a day and not getting much reach, dial it back, pull it back to maybe 1 or 2 a day. If you're starting from ground zero, you could do like every other day. So mix it up and just test. Post types. Now, of course, we're talking all about live, but mix it up. Video, photo, those color backgrounds, I think they don't always have them available in pages. Questions, links. Sometimes what I do, a little trick for you. I think I did this with one of my posts recently, actually. Yeah, I did. So what I do is I switch to Chrome. Now that's just an image in Canva. That's a live. I will make, this is one of those colored backgrounds. That's what I'm talking about. But this was on my personal profile. And what I did is I made it in the profile, and then I just took a screenshot on my phone, and it is actually an image. This is an image post, but I made it as on a Facebook colored background. And they have all kinds of, they're always changing them up. And mostly they do them on mobile, but I think they have them on, yeah, they do. So let's just show you that, because he's like, how do I do that, Maria? I know, I hear you. Go to your profile, mobile or desktop. It's this little thing right there. You can tap into that. This is a test post. Say something here. And then and you can go along, but otherwise, if you click that little, you see it okay? The little square, the 4 squares there. If I click that, it's going to show me them all. Now they have these are your avatars. If you've made your avatar, it will show up there. If you haven't, then that's a whole other conversation. I don't tend to use them so much, but getting here, and you've probably seen this kind of knitted woolen thing people are using a lot. And so you find something in here appropriate. They do change them up from time to time. So, sometimes what I'll literally do is I'll go ahead and post it to only me. And now it's on my wall as without anything else. And I can just take a screenshot of that. All right, so just something fun to do. I mean, I don't want to get carried away here, although I am. I just meant because you're like, what's color background post, Mari? Questions, links, okay. Repost popular posts. We've talked about this. I did a whole separate video showing you how to do that. Go into Creator Studio and you make a fresh post with a previous video. Otherwise, you can only do that with video posts, previously live or natively uploaded. Or you go find a previously popular posts that are not a video and you can just share those if you want. You want to drive traffic to your page and specific posts from other sources. So like your other social channels. I'll do that on Twitter. I'll do that in an Instagram story. I'll do that in an email. So obviously your page is facebook.com/your page name, but a specific post, if I go back to my page, it's in the, actually I think I'm not showing the URL on my screen, but if I clicked on the, let me just go like, for example, this one right here, it's just the timestamp. So I'm going to click on that timestamp and the URL that's currently in the address bar is the specific URL to that post. So that's what I mean about driving traffic from other sources to specific posts. And number 10 is absolutely engage regularly. When you reply to comments or you like and comment shares, don't forget that one. So you just click on the little share. I have my team often helps me with that because it sometimes gets overwhelming. This one in particular, this is one of the biggest ones ever, 1,000 shares, and so we'll just, we just give it a little like or love. We're just thanking them. We've done a lot of them, but there's we haven't done all of them. These are just recently. Wow, that's amazing. It's one of my highest reaching posts. It's closing on 200,000 reach. Wow, I wonder if I can get 100% organic reach on that. Got about 250,000 followers, I think. Anyway, I digress. So there you go, some 10, and there's more. I mean, but that's just some basic ones that I know that you can do. We're obviously talking about live. You add your hashtags, so on and so forth. Check when your fans are online. I'm kind of like getting through these as speedily as I can, as expediently as I can, so that I can get to the juicy part, which is the ads. All right. Whoopsies, I did 11. Look at me. I have to change my slides. I forgot. I have a bonus. So it's 10 plus a bonus. Ask your followers to add your page to their favorites and turn on notifications. This is a relatively new one, but new. I'm saying new, but not super new because of the fact that I'm going to view my page as visitor. That Facebook took away the thing called see first, and it's now called favorites. And with this change that's coming where they're taking away the like button and it will just be followers, my guess is it'll be a little more obvious. So they'll actually have that, probably will say follow. They'll just take that away and it'll say follow. But right now, follow is in under the 3 dots. If I'm obviously looking at this as myself, but if I hadn't followed this page, then it would say follow. But you click and you could do a little video or screenshots, show people how to do this and say, click the 3 dots, click follow settings, add me to your favorites, which is right there. They just click favorites. And then you also say, while you're there, I go live at least once a week. I don't want you to miss anything. Make sure you join in the fun or whatever it is. And then right here, live video. Then they're going to tap that and maybe they get all notifications. It's really what you want. You want all notifications. Now that's really going to help you. The more of your audience that is willing to do that, add you to favorites and get notifications for your live videos, will really help. It'll really help. You'll see people just get used to seeing those.
Well, thank you. There you go. See? Anyway, what I was saying is Mari goes very fast. And so we reviewed everything yesterday from my perspective, and today we reviewed it from her perspective. Well, thank you. There you go. See? Anyway, what I was saying is Mari, one of these days, I'm going to move my studio here to the office, and I'm going to get Kane to be my producer so I don't have these little glitches. He would have caught that right away. Thank you for telling me I was mute. But anyway, we're here. We did it. Hopefully, you can go back and rewind what I was saying. Rewind it and watch it a little bit from her perspective. You can rewind mine from yesterday and watch it from my perspective. But these are really, 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 these organic tips are really big. and you need to understand them. You really need to understand them. She says, post more native, engaging videos. Native means they're live, and you didn't get them from YouTube. They're live. They're you being live. And number 7, where she, let's see, number seven, no, hang on. Okay, number 6, she says, mix up the frequency. Try posting less often. And so what she's saying is, if you're not going to do it consistently, then you need to scatter it based on when your viewers see you. So when you first start doing live videos, you might want to try 9 o'clock, then 10 o'clock. Then I think, Annetta, you find 1 o'clock is a good time for you. And then I want to get Annetta on, maybe, I don't know if she's available tomorrow, but to kind of give us, because she's the one that's, you know, she's hit the road running with this. And it would be good to hear her experience with it, and you know, some do's and don'ts and what she's learned. And then we're going to get into audiences. Audiences are key. And I don't see Teresa there this morning, but I think Teresa, was it Teresa and Claudia? Just Teresa. Teresa had a session with Facebook, and I think they brushed on the audiences. And I had a session, which I'm repeating myself, but I had a session with Facebook. And while we were using an audience that I had created, we were creating a lookalike audience for that same ad. It's amazing how it works. I mean, Facebook can do both things at once, which to me, it's like it saved me time because I didn't have to go back and redo it. So lots of things going on, everybody. We don't have a social media class today because we're doing the negotiating skills. So next week, we'll be back from 1 to 3:30. We like to do those classes in the classroom. So sign up for them, because you need to bring your computer. And you're, like I noticed 2 weeks ago when we did it, people said, wow, that was too fast. Well, it's because we were telling you what to do, not showing you how to do it. But we wanted to kind of set the stage for what you're going to learn, in the next several weeks. A lot to learn with the new Facebook, a lot of nuances, artificial intelligence, the new algorithms with Facebook, and the things that maybe you were doing before that worked, and now for whatever reason your ad isn't getting the results you want. There's reasons. And they're very subtle. And if you're not having someone like Audrey in Australia is telling Mari is telling me, and I'm telling you. So that's the way we roll. And we're taking I'm taking all my time to save you time, just like they are. So we're passing it down. And I love that. Community over competition. Yeah, we're all working together and helping each other. And I love that. I love you all. Hope to see you in the class today, or see you on Zoom, 2 to 5. We have happy hour. If you do come to class, email us to let us know. It's in the, when you sign up, it says where to email if you're coming in. And we can't wait to see you. And I love this class. I'm excited today, and I'm always excited to be with Jimmy. He gives me oxygen. Bye.